What is up, crypto legends? Hope you can see me, hope you can hear me. Let's analyze the situation here, guys. What is going on with Bitcoin? A little bit of a capitulation here. Are we going to go to much lower levels? We're going to talk about the strongest support zones that we do have and analyze the situation here all together. How is everyone doing? Make sure to destroy that like button on your way in, guys. Smash up that like button on your way in. Share some love. Let's analyze the situation. Was this it? Are we going to go to much lower levels for Bitcoin? Are we coming to the strongest support zone for a potential bounce here in the coming days? We're going to analyze the DXY very carefully here, guys, because the DXY is at a crucial resistance zone. Where can it get rejected? We also can analyze the S&P 500. Long time since we have analyzed the S&P 500, guys. Is the S&P 500 just about to capitulate as well here in the coming weeks and going to go to much lower levels? Is Michael Burry going to be right this time, where he did actually said that he's shorting aggressively and the S&P 500 will fall miserably in the weeks and months ahead? Something that we are going to analyze, of course, but most importantly, taking a look at Bitcoin, also the DXY. Smash up that like button, guys, for this live stream. We're going to analyze carefully the situation. We're going to talk about, what's been going on with the Legends trading community as well, because not going to lie, I attempted a long position, but was very defensive, got stopped out at break even, and I'm going to share that, of course. The reason why I attempt a long position is because we were at support, basically, and I'm going to explain why we were at support and why was Bitcoin getting a reaction at the $28,300. Overall, missed the drop for some great profits, but attempted a long and didn't lose any capital, which is the most important. Very fast in risk management and knowing, those potential setups. So let's analyze the situation here all together. I'm going to go quickly through the comment section. Say hello. Mark Dutch here in the stream. How are you doing, my man? Thanks for joining the live stream. How long we going? How low are we going? Says Nathan. Well, we can talk about the big support levels, very importantly, on what could happen with the DXY as well. DXY is at a crucial resistance. We're just going to explain also in this episode, not only because of resistance trend line of lower highs. No, we are hitting a high volume node level here at this area and also testing some important highs. So DXY needs to reject at this zone, because if we see the DXY getting above the 104 level by next week, tomorrow is Friday, so we might just consolidate, get a bit of a pullback, but we need to reject from this point, because if we do break above this resistance level, then of course we are breaking structure. This means that the DXY could be in a huge major rally for the months ahead, and this is not going to be good for Bitcoin. Well, yes, it is. We're going to see cheaper levels, so we can buy some more cheap Bitcoin. But overall, in the short term, if you worried about Bitcoin going to 20K levels, then obviously you need to be prepared for that situation if we do see a rally on the DXY. Let's go with the DXY. First of all, we can take a look at Bitcoin in the next coming minutes. Talk about the trading setup that I got into. There was only one trade that I saw available. It's very hard to short support, guys. When the price of Bitcoin is at a support level and it is getting a reaction, it's very hard to jump into the short, right? When it's already dropped, quite a lot of percent. We're very much aware of a capitulation. It's currently what is basically happening at the moment. So, like I said, we try and long support and we try and short resistance, right? But staying very cautious on the possibility of a little bit of a capitulation because of the current market, sentiment. There's a lot of bearishness, uncertainty right now at this moment. So yeah, this corrective move, I think, is nothing more than a healthy corrective move. Still strongly believe that in the coming months, we could be breaking $32,000. And basically, we're still in an uptrend on Bitcoin. We like it or not. Okay, so a little bit of a capitulation here, dropping over $1,000, $1,500 in the last few days. Missed the short, not gonna lie, but tried a long attempt, not losing any capital with the trade today. So being very defensive. We'll explain the situation right away. I can share the results as well from the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, we do have a great community. It's the Legends community. You have the link down below in the description, guys. If you want to, see what I'm talking about, the daily updates. We've got Sam as a coach there as well. You have the link down below in the description if you want to join the Legends community for those daily updates and situations on Bitcoin. So, says David, yes, we're going down. What's going on, guys? We're dropping, we're capitulating. That was it. Now we should go up, says Alicanto. Well, there is a possibility of a big major bounce. One of the latest things, let me just explain that the strongest support level that we do have is at $27,000 area. Okay, it's the strongest support level. If we do connect a trend line, okay, from the higher lows here, from this higher low range with this one, then this one didn't tap it. We still have a little bit of room right there. And not only that, it is the 618 Fibonacci. We love 618 Fibonacci. It's the most respected Fibonacci level, okay, from any market. If you do take a look at the pivot low to the pivot high, we got that 618 Fibonacci here, also with a monthly level. We know that 618 is an extreme good Fibonacci level. We go with pivot low here to the pivot high. We can see 618 there being tapped to perfection, bang, and getting the explosive move. Will this be the case if we were to go down to $27,200, $27,000 range? It's a matter of time. We're going to have to see that, guys, if it is going to happen. But overall, I would be expecting a reaction, consolidation. Maybe we are bouncing from this range. Why? Because we are hitting the point of control of this entire range that we had in between March and April and June, right? We do take a look at this entire area of price action where we formed a descending wedge that exploded to the upside. The point of control is exactly here at 27,800 approximately, right over here, okay? So this is currently where we are kind of fighting the level, right? The point of control of this entire range. High volume node, price is hitting the level, trying to get a bounce. Looks like we could be getting a bounce. Is it a good time to swing trade? Well, it's always up to you, right? Do you think that the highs are going to be created before the end of the year? You want to get into that swing trade? I can already tell you it's a possible attempt. If you can risk your management for a swing trade setup, yeah, it's definitely possible that, the $27,000 range, okay, could be, the bottom of the area. Going to stop out all of the early longs going into the 61866 and monthly, says Unorthodox. Yes, 61865. Absolutely. This could be the range that we could be hitting in the next coming days. However, most importantly, guys, we know that there is a negative correlation in between the DXY and Bitcoin, and we need to stay focused on this, of course. We need to stay focused on this because we like it or not, there's a negative correlation. We know this, guys, and it's extremely important to find that sweet spot on the resistance of the DXY, and it's currently at this level where we're talking about right now, okay? I'm going to show you right away with Bitcoin, okay? Let me just put this here on the left. And we can connect them so we can actually see the DXY here and Bitcoin. All right, we got the DXY in the candlesticks and Bitcoin here in the orange. So what we can see here, the negative correlation, DXY topping out right over here. This is where Bitcoin bottomed. As you can see, Bitcoin found a bottom, DXY started to drop aggressively, massive rally on Bitcoin. Also, the DXY topping out right over here in the orange, Bitcoin bottoming out. DXY drop, Bitcoin pump. DXY bottom, Bitcoin top, correction, DXY rocket. Now what has happened also between June and July? Okay, as you can see, look at this. June right there. We have DXY top, Bitcoin bottom, DXY correction, Bitcoin massive pump. What has happened here in mid-July? DXY bottom, Bitcoin top, and obviously Bitcoin correcting as the DXY has been pumping for the last few weeks. So where is the top for the DXY? This is what you need to know. Never mind the news, never mind everything else. If you want to try and predict that possible swing trade setup, that, you know, the lows could be very, very close for Bitcoin unless we break this resistance on the DXY. DXY needs to reject here in the next coming days, by next week, because if not, we could see very much large pain. You know, the DXY could be entering a huge, massive rally. Now, why is this is the most important level for the DXY, guys? Why is it the most important level? Let's keep it nice, simple, and easy here. All right. And let me just correct this 1 second, not percent. There we go. Why is this the most important resistance on the DXY? First of all, let's go with market structure. Yes, we got these lower highs resistance, okay, that you could arguably discuss. You know, it's a wedgie scenario and it's breaking out. However, there is another DXY chart here on TVC, which the resistance is not being broken yet. If we do connect with a magnet, very important, the lower highs right there, as you can see, we are hitting that level at the moment. So it's not too reliable. I'm taking a look at Capital.com because we do have the volume profile, which is sharing the massive high volume ranges. All right. And we do take a look at the volume profile here. Pay attention here with me, guys. Bear with me, because this is extremely important that the DXY starts failing to move to higher levels here, where we have the point of control of the range. It is exactly at the 103.7. We could struggle at this range, guys, form another lower high, because this is based on structure. The DXY has been trending here down for over 8-9 months since November, okay, October of 2022. What we need to understand is this was a top. This was a low. This was a lower high. This was a lower low, slightly kind of forming that double bottom, but it was another new low. We did dip beneath this low over here on the DXY, meaning that this is another lower high because we created a lower low. Just simple, basic structure of the market. As long as we're beneath this level, the probabilities of the DXY finishing this rally and finding the resistance here, not only because of lower high resistance trend line, also because of the market structure, and also because of the highest volume node traded for the last year. This was the exact level where we got rejected. You know why we got rejected here? You could arguably discuss because interest going up, or, you know, interest rates going up or whatever. It was the highest volume node that we had, and we rejected very nicely. We are facing that level right now. Lower high, lower high, lower high. Is this going to be the top for the DXY? If DXY starts correcting here aggressively in the next week, okay, by next week, tomorrow's Friday, so it's probably just going to create some choppy action. That will be the point, guys. That will be the point. I'm going to get this resistance because it's not reliable on this descending wedge, as we did see on the other DXY chart. So it's not really reliable, as I shared with you guys. For any newcomers, let's take a look at the TBC chart. Like I said, we're not breaking the resistance right there. So we've got a bit of price difference here on the DXY, on other, you know, on the TBC. I'm looking at Capital.com because I can see the volume profile. So, like I said, will the DXY top out here in the coming days by next week? Very important. The moment the DXY breaks above the 104 level, basically, starts doing this by next week, I'm going to say, guys, the DXY is breaking structure. We could be entering an uptrend here for the next coming months. This is not looking good. Bitcoin could go down, actually, to not only 25K, to 20K, and even slightly lower, right? Will it create another low? So anyway, we're just going to see here the DXY. Hopefully it's going to be topping out and finding some, you know, consolidation at this range and going to start correcting. That could be the sign of Bitcoin finding a bottom, whether it's 28K or 27K, where we do have the strongest support level at the moment on the higher time frames. So yeah, guys, let's go right away. BTC, game over. It's going down back to 24K. Maybe yes, it is possible. Are we going to see that major drop? Are we long now? Almost about to get liquidators. Wow, we have stop losses. We manage our risk. Why are you holding an underwater? Andy, help us, says Valentino. You know, I'm going to explain a long setup that I got into here with, you know, basically sharing with the legends, and, you know, got to be, you know, basically you've got someone here going into the short with 100x, 100x going mad here. But basically, yeah, basically, you know, people like jumping into the short aggressively, right? But also, you know, I was sort of talking about a support level, basically, and, you know, got very defensive, got stopped out at break even. You know, I'm going to explain the setup here right away on this live stream, because overall we're doing educational content here on YouTube as well, and I'm going to explain, you know, about this situation. We've got some people getting into aggressive shorts, you know, chasing the trend, which is, you know, if you can manage your risk, absolutely, why not? You can do that. But I'm going to explain the situation of, you know, how I trade, how I'm looking for the setups, and how I am risking my, you know, having good risk management. And let's just go with this over here, right? Basically, there was a resistance zone that was very much respected back here in May of this year, right? You can see here this level right there where I've got this red box, where I'm putting this red box right now at this moment, right? We had what's going on? Very much a respected level of resistance. It tapped it once, tapped it twice, and got rejected. So usually a resistance usually turns into some kind of support, right? Whether it's for a long time or gets a bounce or finally breaks. It's right over here. This is exactly the long scenario that I got into. And one of the main reasons why I got into this long over here, not here exactly, it was right over here, had a little bit of a pump and instantly got stopped out at break even. This is the you know, the sweet spot of having good risk management. It was also the 50% Fibonacci retracement, okay, from the pivot low here to the pivot high. So you are getting supported by the 50% Fibonacci, 28,300, and a proven resistance zone. You know, and curious enough, if you do connect here, the lower lows, right, from this area, going from this pivot level, all right, just to explain why was it a long, despite the price going down, you know, it's defensive trading and knowing where to get in exactly and having that good risk management. You know, something that I am happy about is not, you know, not from making huge amounts of profits only, it's making very good risk management trading decisions. When, you know, and I got people here in the comment section saying, you know, help, when are we bouncing? I'm underwater. I'm almost about to get liquidated. We cannot have that kind of risk management. This is just going to end up into something very bad, into a horror movie, right? So we need to have that risk management. You know, I had a long attempt, but I'm stopped out at break even. I'm out of the market. I'm going to let it drop till we find a little bit of a consolidation area, let the market calm a little bit, because where we know how to trade very well is in these areas over here where we talked about a long setup here, a shorting scenario right over here. This is in August, right? This is not talking about a few months ago, but very much recognizing the long and the short possibilities, and also the long right over here, but nevertheless, you know, getting stopped out because of that, you know, kind of capitulation. It was a bit risky, but as it is risky to long on a major drop and small consolidation, we have the good risk management. So going back to this level on, Andy, why did you long here? We'll go through the support levels that we do have here, guys. Just bear with me, all right? We keep this education at the beginning of the streams. We keep it nice and educational, just so you know, how do I get into the setups? What am I looking at? What levels? So basically, going through this, like I said, funny enough, going from the lowest pivot here of this range and connecting it, okay, with the lower highs right over here. You know, you could arguably discuss this was a kind of a wedgy scenario, right? We do get this pivot and this lower high pivot, right? It was kind of, you know, forming a kind of a wedge. So saying, hey, what if this support does hold? As it is the 50% Fibonacci from the pivot low of June, like I explained, right? From this low to this high, it is 50%. Losing my voice. It is 50%. It has been proven resistance back in May. It has the lower low support trend line. What if we do get this bounce from this level? You know, We long support, we don't short it. So this is why it was a difficult short, right? Shall we jump here into a short and go crazy? The good thing about jumping into a capitulation drop, you can instantly protect position, right? So if you short, market drops, you can protect instantly, right? You know, you don't wait for a massive recovery and you know and just don't have a good stop loss at break even. That's what you should do if you're chasing the trend. If not, no trade to be taken. Looking for longs, looking for supports to get a reaction and then jump into the trade. So you have the lower high support trend line. When we go to the lower time frames, this right over here, the red box is the resistance that we had in May. Okay, like I explained, 28,300. We got an instant bounce from this level. Dead cat bounce. Of course, you know, it was shorting from this level. Would have been nice to go slightly higher. There was some resistance here, better resistance levels to short. Very much aware of, you know, possible kind of ABC structure. But nevertheless, you know, this did get a pretty decent capitulation, you know, after this range. So what I was looking here was a failed breakout, knowing that this has been a support. Resistance in May has been the lower high support, lower low support trend line. 50% Fibonacci. You're adding all of that confluence. It's a major level. It's getting a first bounce. So what you want, obviously, is kind of a liquidity grab and then a possible recovery, right? That's what usually happens. When you have lows or highs, they are usually tested, you know, and as they're tested, if it fails to break, then obviously you can get into a position with very good risk. And that is basically the exact long position that I attempted here, okay, getting into this 28,344 and getting stopped out break even. This was this exact bounce right over here where we attempted to break this low and snipe a trade along, knowing that this could be a quick liquidity grab, jumping into a long. As we get this bounce, if this bounce doesn't come up to claim the last lower highs for liquidity potentially to continue to the downside, then I'm not interested. I'm not interested in holding a short while I'm fighting against the trend. We are sniper traders. If you get in any type of liquidity grab, double bottom scenario, you instantly have very good risk management and protect position as you are in profits. As you know, because this bounce should have come all the way up here, which was a take profit zone, obviously. This did not happen. We're at support. We're fighting the trend. We finally capitulated, guys. Finally capitulated, but it is what it is. So, you know, I'm not worried about missing the short position. You know, I'm more worried in protecting my capital. I do not want to give my capital to the market makers, right? So this is why we have the risk management. And, you know, there's nothing better than, you know, I don't care missing the short position because it's very difficult to short at support levels, right? We don't know how, you know, the capitulation can happen. So if we are attempting any long position, we are fast, we protect, we are very much aware of the situation of the capitulation, and this is what happened, right? So missed out on the short, however, not underwater, and this is what is most importantly. Never mind, we find great opportunities at other levels. So let the market do what it needs to do. Find a support, find a consolidation, then we can jump into a great trade. So your question now, which is the strongest support level? Where can the price get a bounce? Well, I'm going to talk about a little bit of the scenario here, what I'm, you know, talking about with the Legends community as well. And let me note that my favorite trading platform, of course, is Bybit, guys. If you are interested in any crypto trading, if you are experienced, you want to use Bybit. Bybit for me is the number one. Been using it for over 4 years now. There's a great bonus of up to $30,000 down below, okay? $30,000 worth of bonus. The World Series of Trading, you cannot join it. We're not doing that great this year. It seems like a lot of people are doing crazy trading. They're getting burnt. But anyway, I can't help them. I can't, you know, I can share the risk management, but if you don't know how to apply it, it is what it is. So, you know, Bybit, number one crypto trading platform, $30,000 worth of bonus to be claimed, guys, depending on what you deposit, and you can trade with that bonus. It's my favorite, my number one crypto trading platform. Of course, KYC is required. That is the only thing. If you don't want to do KYC, put your identification. You do have Bitflex, okay? No KYC is required. You got a smaller bonus on Bitflex, but it's also a relatively good trading platform. So dive in here right away, guys, on the price of Bitcoin. What is the next support level? What are we looking for here? Will we recover from this point? You know, the only level of support that we do have here is the point of control, basically, from the traded range in between March and June, right? This is what I'm talking about with the Legends community. And, you know, it's just not a great level to long. It's just, we could bounce great from this level, no doubt. You know, it's the highest volume node that we do have in between March and June. So yes, this level can bounce. But, you know, I would prefer lower. There is a much better level, of course, and that is the 618 Fibonacci. 618 Fibonacci, you know, we could talk about multiple different, you know, 618 levels being respected here on the chart. It's just full of them. I think this one only reached 50% from pivot low, pivot high. So yeah, this one just reached 50%. However, from this pivot low of the pump to the high, this one hit 618. So 50% and 618 are very respected Fibonacci levels, right, on any market. So 50% in this case, I had a long attempt with very good risk management. It didn't work out. So you would expect, okay, if the point of control is lost from this range, for the moment, it is holding very well. Point of control right there, holding very nicely, getting a bit of that reaction. It could bounce, no lie. Could definitely bounce. If you want to try and get into a swing long position with good risk management, where you know that possibly we could go down to 27K, you know, getting into a swing long trade scenario here would be looking something like this, right? You know, stop loss, you know, if we start losing this, you know, 618 Fibonacci, I would put it beneath the 7.8. This would be a swing trade. This might take weeks till it gets to the high, right? And possibly break. You could hold that long. But overall, you want to have a, you know, possibly you know, if you think that this level is going to bounce, you could have a small position, add up a little bit, but manage your risk very well, right? I mean, like I said, I'm not the kind of trader that gets into a long or a short and starts adding to the position. I'm underwater, so I'm going to add to the position. You know, this is just going to get you burnt at the end of the day. But if you can risk here 1% in this trade for a swing trade to gain 3-4%, right, in the next coming weeks, you know, it's an attempt. You would never risk here 20% of your capital, right, or 50% of your capital, right? You would just not do that. This is not how you trade, because you're going to get burnt. If this starts falling down, it might as well stop out at 1% of your capital, right? If you want to add to the position as you hit the 618, then it's up to the trader. Okay, I got 1% here. I'm going to add it to 2%. So I'm going to lower my entry, right? But never more than 3-5%, okay? You know, 5% is already pushing it. So best support level, got to be clear, is the 618 monthly level. This is what we're talking about in the monthlies, in the Legends community. If you want to join the Legends, you know, we missed out on the short. We got some aggressive traders jumping into the short position, right, with high leverage. I mean, this is the thing. It's not really a strategy. It's a little bit of a, you know, I'm in for the move, right? I'm in for the move. We're capitulating. So why? Obviously, there's no longs to get in here, guys. We do not long falling knives. You know, if anything, jump into the short, right? Because the level that I longed here was for the possible double bottom, right? It's the only kind of levels that we can attempt along, hitting support, getting a first reaction, and trying to get into that double bottom scenario, right? Where you get into the long here. But longing on a falling knife, yeah, the best thing you can do is use high leverage and jump into the short. We got some of the Legends here, you know, jumping into that short, which is, you know, if you can manage your risk right and be defensive, then absolutely, why not? Go for it. You know, on the other side, you do not want to long a falling knife. You do not want to have any long attempts here as you're dropping, because you don't know how far you can go. You know, it's just it's a common sense thing, right? So bigger support levels mentioned here. I'm going to go through the comment section right away. Smash up that like button, guys. If you're enjoying the stream, come on, smash it up. I'm going to go through the comment section, say hello to the community, create a poll, give me a poll idea. You know, is the Bitcoin bottom in? Will we break $31,000? Will we create a new yearly high this year? I'm going to ask that one, and then we can, you know, ask another one here to the community. So start a poll right away. Is, right, now that, you know, we're having this bearish sentiment, now that we're dropping, is Bitcoin going to create a new yearly high, right? Which that would be getting above 31,800. Is Bitcoin going to create a new yearly high? Let me know, guys, yes or no in the poll. And smash up that like button, you lazy boogers. Smash it up. Come on, it only takes 2 seconds. Need some support. YouTube cryptocurrency has been a bit boring for the moment. Now we're getting the volatility. Now we're here live. Now it's moving, guys. Stay safe. If you're in a short, congratulations. If you have been attempting longs, manage your risk, guys. Small losses or even break even. Tight stop losses if you're fighting the trend. Wait for consolidations. Wait for big support levels to get some reactions. Then have a long attempt. Don't long randomly. I know some people, other YouTubers in long positions from this range. I'm going to be adding to the position and adding to the position. Stay away from that kind of scenarios. You can get burnt very badly if you have that mentality. You need to wait for consolidations, guys. Come on. Massive. Mark Dutch, thank you very much for joining the stream, my man. We got Mariela Oporto. No. Too late, I longed, says Jason. Yeah, I mean, hey, not sure where you longed, but this is a difficult long position, you know. You could, if you can manage risk, okay, it's all about managing risk. All depending, because I don't know how much capital you've longed here. I don't know where your stop loss. If I might scale into a swing long position, but I am not risking more of 3% of my capital. Okay, that's how I would do it. And I'm very much aware of the price hitting $27,000 or maybe, slightly lower than that. So if I get into any long attempt here, I can already tell you, I would be aiming as a swing trade to the highs. However, stop loss, right? I would have a very fast stop loss. So it would be a 3-to-1 risk to reward potentially. I would be managing my risk. I'm not going to risk more than 1% here of my capital, right? Or depending on how much you got. If you got $1,000, you're basically risking, $10. Am I going to risk it? It really all depends on the capital. But if you have a large amount of capital, then obviously 1%, 2% can be a significant amount if you do reach the target, right? In the coming weeks. It all depends on your risk, okay, on what you can take. But in my case, if I am going to try a swing long attempt, I can already tell you that what I would be doing is risking 1%. If we come down to 27K, get that reaction, consolidation, double bottom, I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to add another 1% to this trade so I can scale down. I see the support, I see it's working, but never risking more than 3% as a stop loss, as an invalidation point. So let's go right away. LTC and NEAR protocol analysis, please. Yeah. Let's go here. Down until 25,590. Possible, says Emre. Father Time, thanks for joining. Andy, I also long that level, but I stopped out. I am waiting for SFP, then 618. Yeah, exactly. You actually long the same level. Yeah, we need to wait for these sniper traders. If the market doesn't give us that opportunity, then it is BTC to 8K. Woo! BTC to 8K. What do you think about that? Bots, I've got some trading bots as well on Bybit. Where are they? Bots are doing a little bit of a situation here. One's down 268. So I'm testing out these bots. It's had a bit of a drawdown now with this drop, okay, because it's a neutral bot. Okay, this one's up, the SNX one is up, Ethereum one is down. So we're just going to give it a little bit of time. I won't let it go beneath $1,000. If this goes to minus $1,000, I'm going to close bot. I'm going to say bots. Yes, it has been working really nice for the last 10, 12 days. I've got a friend that is doing very well for the last couple of months. So, yeah, it's just about time. The bots can have the good moments, the bad moments. For the moment, I'm going to leave it, see if it recovers. Let's see what happens. You want an update on the bots. I am testing them out. There's one that is in negative at the moment. So, very important to communicate this to the community, to the legends, to you guys, because we cannot sugarcoat anything, right? We cannot sugarcoat. If something doesn't work, it doesn't work. We're testing it out. So far, it's been great for the last few months. Let's check out the next coming week, see if it can manage to recover slowly. So yeah, if you are interested in testing out these bots, okay, these AI grid bots, you can do it on Bybit. They're really simple to use. Go to tools, go to trading bot, and you can activate a bot. They've been doing really well now with this drop. It seems like, you know, it's had a risk management situation here with the drop. This wouldn't happen to me, of course, because I'm not going to hold a trade underwater. You know, I'll get stopped out. If you want to try these bots, guys, they usually work really well. You need to know how to close them as well. Just take the profits. I've just left them. I've got an interesting video coming out, okay, that I'm getting ready, that how we can trade the bots and do compound interest, which is going to be an interesting, very interesting video, or, you know, video that I'm creating. If you want to test out the bots, guys, you can do that on Bybit. You got a great bonus on Bybit, okay, in the link down below in the description. If you want to test out the bots. So far, one's in a little bit of a drawdown, but first time I've seen it in the red. So let's go right away. I shorted Ethereum at 1,812. Please take a look. Good, sir. Okay, you shorted Ethereum. Let's take a look at Ethereum right away. Like I said, guys, DXY is looking at a very nice level. So looking at for a possible swing long with good risk management, I'm going to say it is time. It is time. It is time. Anyway, let's take a look at Ethereum right away here. To take a look, you shorted at 1,812. So you basically shorted right over here at the zone. What help do you want? What you know, where to take profit? I would say this is a good range to take profit. Reason why, you got a nice consolidation here from this level, okay? So we got a high volume node at this range that is basically a naked point of control, and that is getting supported, right? So yeah, getting approached to the 7-8 Fibonacci, you know. What else? Yeah, the value area low of this entire trading range, that's been broken actually. So, but yeah, nevertheless, it is at support a little bit with a naked point of control and almost hitting 7-8. So best thing I could do, if you think that Ethereum and Bitcoin are going to capitulate even longer, the best thing, you know, is there's nothing better than protecting your position. I am an absolute expert in protecting position. I have a lot of stop losses at break even. It is what it is. But nevertheless, it's a way to, you know, if you're shorting from this level, hey, protect position. I don't know where your stop loss is, but you could be in a free trade at the moment. You're in a free trade. So we are a bit of support. So maybe taking some profits at this zone. It is support. It's up to the trader, of course. But, you know, obviously for me, I would protect position. You're in a free trade if you're in a short from those levels. Will BTC touch the 200 SMA on the daily, weekly? Woof. I'm not really a moving average guy. So, you know, when you talk about SMA, I'm thinking, you know, is that a kind of a PlayStation or something? Yeah, I'm not really. Let's just take a look here right away. I'm not really very interesting as well here, guys. You know, we've got kind of an ascending wedge support on Bitcoin. You know, it's kind of struggling here at the level to hold. But yeah. The 200 on the daily. On the weekly. Let's give it a go. That is, there it is. There it is. Yeah, I mean, does this provide any resistance or support? I mean, it was great support here, no doubt. 200 SMA. It could touch it. Could it act as support? I mean, it did. Tell you what, it did act as support here as well. So it must have some. It must mean something, right? It must mean something. It's got resistance here. It got support there as it broke through. It didn't get resistance here though. But yeah, we could touch it. It's only about a few $100s away from it. I'm not sure how much of confluence this does give, right? Because you might think, hey, we come into the 200 SMA, we blast through above it, we blast through beneath it. You know, does this provide any kind of, you know, sustainable support and resistance, right? You got it here and you got it here, yes, you know, no doubt. But, you know, when you see it go through like this a few times, it's like, I don't know. I don't like it that much. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it as an indicator. Yeah, on the weekly. Okay. On the weekly is interesting. You kind of got supported here. Not too much here. Did a bit of volatility up and down. You could arguably discuss support here. We're just about to touch it. We're just a few $100s away. I'm going to say, hey, it might touch it. We might get supported, but overall not my favorite indicator, of course. Right. Can you take a look at NACA? What is NACA? What is NACA? Chakalaka. Boom shakalaka. Nakamoto Games. Okay, it's on the Polygon network, and I have no idea what this is. We're not going to do some project review here on the stream. As always, we basically, based on technical analysis, I think it looks like they have mini games here. Candy Shop, Naka Runner. Seems like a platform where you do have some games to play. But yeah, looking at the charts on this, you know, come on. We're not gonna. I'll do it just because I love my community, and if they want something, then, you know, I will talk about it. It's in a pretty nice uptrend. It's done a really nice, you know, 5x approximately from the bottom here in December. Yeah, it's got supported, you know, basic, easy technical analysis. It's in an uptrend. It's getting supported here from this resistance that we did have back in February of 2023, getting support here in July, but not managing to come and test the highs, having a bit of a lower high double top scenario. So yeah, not looking great. Best scenario here would be a fake out from this bottom and get that double bottom. Something very similar to this. We love double bottoms and double tops, right? Double tops, double bottoms. Will we come down? Very likely to come down now as we create a double top. Will we create a double bottom? Well, we're just going to have to see, guys. If we do get that consolidation here on NACA, US dollar, that is going to be a possible nice long entry. I'm not sure if you can trade this. Can you trade this? Possibly, yes. It must be on some futures exchange. Not sure if it's on Bybit. So, right, let's go right away. Let's continue with the comment section. Bang, bang, bang. 625 people, guys. Come on, you lazy boogers. Smash up that like button. It only takes a few seconds. We cannot be over 600 people watching the stream. You know, come on, I'm giving you a banging show, sharing the scenarios, the setups, what we're talking about, what is Bitcoin doing, DXY most importantly. Oh my goodness, DXY is continuing to pump. Bitcoin needs, DXY needs to reject from this area. We could get a bit of volatility here to the upside, but I would, you know, we want to see a fake out. Is this going to be the moment that DXY is going to smash through this resistance, bang, and go here into an uptrend in the coming months? That will not be good for the markets and Bitcoin and crypto in general, guys. It's just not going to be good. We want DXY to follow this market structure, create another lower high DXY, create another high DXY. Like smashed, you lazy buggers. I don't know why other people get much more likes. I get, you know, the views are good. Got, you know, over 600 people watching the stream. Come on, guys. The algorithm, give it a push so we continue with volatility in the market with the live streams. AVAX, huge double bottom on the daily weekly, says Mike. Let's take a look at that. Bitcoin meltdown clickbait. Yes, of course. Of course it is. Come on. Of course it is a clickbaity title, Bitcoin meltdown. If not, you lazy boogers are not going to get up from your chair or your bed and watch, you know. What happens if Bitcoin analysis, let's see what's going on. Oh, I don't want to take a look at that. That's not looking interesting. Swipe, you know. Bitcoin meltdown? No way. Let's go and watch this guy. It needs to be done. It needs to be done, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to put a boring title. Who wants to watch Bitcoin analysis? No, nobody wants to look at that. Bitcoin meltdown, emergency video. Let's go right away through the comment section. I'm short at 29,300. Yes. Basically following the market. Do you think the market will touch 16K before going up again? I am personally going to say no. Bitcoin, me personally, I'm going to say everybody, I'm going to say that Bitcoin bottom is in. No matter if we do go to 25K or 20K, I'm going to say the Bitcoin bottom is in here, guys. So any kind of pullback that is going to happen today, I should actually buy a bit of Bitcoin with this little pullback. I think we could go lower, but definitely, it's a good, every time Bitcoin drops, we need to buy some. We drop, we buy some. We drop, we buy some. This is what I did back in 2018. I buy the dip. Every time I buy the dip, it keeps dipping. So, that's the game here that you need to play. You buy the dip and it keeps dipping. Bang, bang, bang. Then you get this, baby. FOMO'd buying some Bitcoin with this rally. I was new to crypto. Well, I was already about a year in crypto. Started YouTube just kind of before the rally. This is where I made the killing gains, obviously. And then buying up here, buying. Then C19 came. And okay, I'm definitely in a big major loss from the accumulation that I had during the last couple of years. But then this happened. So no doubt that we could go lower. But for me, any kind of this price action is just going to be, a buying opportunity till it actually rockets. It will rocket at some point, guys. So it's the opportunity of a lifetime. We need to accumulate, whether that's 1, 2, 3 years. Smash the like, says Jason Bourne. Absolutely. Thank you very much for the insane support. Are you a comedian, Andy? Try that industry. Yeah. I'm feeling good today. Feeling happy. I didn't make any gains trading. I didn't lose any though. That was, probably it's because of that. It's like my risk management. So happy because of having good risk management. Naka is good and cheap. Andy, I used USDT for trading. Now I buy Bitcoin for trading, possibly fake out from falling wedge. A lot of shorts opening. Yes, very definitely possible. Weird where it stopped, 28 or 27.3 and went in between. Yeah, I know it's kind of it's a difficult level to take a decision for a long, no doubt. It's a very, very strange zone to actually enter a long position. However, take it as a swing trade. That's what I'm saying. I usually like to take a look at day trades or small swing trades that can last 2 or 3 days potentially. This is what we try and look for here in the Legends community. Okay, this is where I share my analysis, and Sam as well, taking a look at the levels, taking a look at the also doing private live streams as well here. Basically analyzing the situation on what is the possible, setups and scenario. That is where we do the daily updates in the Legends community. If you want to join, if you want that pure technical analysis and looking for those opportunities with good risk management, as always, you want to join the Legends community. Okay, so far, gotta be honest, missed out completely on the drop, but didn't lose on the long setup. Very transparent as well with the money shots. If it's a winning trade, it's a winning trade, but also if it's not a winning trade or a break even, it's also has to be shared. Hey, I had the attempt, stopped out, we moving lower, missed the short, but didn't lose any capital. And this is what is the most important in trading, guys. The most important thing in trading is not gaining, it's protecting your capital. Also with the gains. So when you gain, you protect. When you gain, you protect. You scale up like this. Because if you get into these crazy trades and you're underwater and don't have good risk management, you will be wiped out of the market. Okay, so this is why I'm more happy in having good risk management on this drop. I don't care that I missed this drop. The last few weeks has been pretty good, with the trading setups in this range here in last week of July, first week of August. Missed out on this short, which was I did see some of the legends jumping in the short though. That makes me happy enough. So but anyway, let's smash up Can we get to 400 likes, guys? Can we get to 400 likes? That would be absolutely amazing. YouTube has been extremely boring, you know, everything, the market. I need your support here to continue with YouTube and the education and, you know, technical analysis, looking at the scenarios. Someone was asking, this is a weird level where Bitcoin got a support. Why is it a weird level? Because you can't find any kind of strong, you know, confluence, right? Especially when the price action moves fast from an area, you know, it doesn't leave any real support resistance zones. However, we got this zone over here, right? We kind of got these highs. We got the point of control of this entire range. This is over 2 months of price action. And the highest volume node is basically where we are getting, you know, that support here, as you can see on the chart. Okay, so, you know, based on volume profile, this is basically why we're getting the support. Could be that quick answer to that. Let's go, Father Time. Mariela Porto, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. Come on, lazy thumbs, hit the like, says Philip Collins. Philip Collins, insane supporter, great guy. Thank you very much for the insane support, my man. Very much appreciated. I love my community. I love the supported. Mark Dutch, as always. Yes, sir. Here and on the live stream. Evening live stream, Central European time. Let's go here. FTT at lifetime point of control. Oh my goodness. What's going on with FTT? The FTX token. It's been quite some time I haven't checked this. Wow. Absolutely crazy, eh? Absolutely crazy. FTX. I never got to create an account in FTX. Yeah, lifetime support. Anyway, we're not here to take a look at these failed projects or exchanges, tokens. Will BTC go up? Absolutely yes. PES, yes. Bitcoin will go up. Question is when, and question is where is the low from this retracement? You know, like I said, you know, the biggest support level is at that monthly, you know, 618 Fibonacci from this pump. That is the strongest support level, which I do think that we could find support here. The best setup here would be a swing trade at the moment, guys, because finding the exact bottom, you know, I don't know if this is going to be a massive V-shaped recovery. Nobody really knows. It could happen if the DXY finds here a top formation. You know, we don't really know if the DXY will break the resistance or not. However, resistance is resistance, so we're just aware of the possible rejection with this high volume node right there. So the best thing you could do is have a swing long position with very good risk management. Andy, do you think Singularity? Andy, do you think altcoins will go lower? To keep the hamster running, says my B Van Diet. Thank you very much for the super chat, my man. No need, supported on the 600. Thank you very much for the super chat. Very nice of you. BTC bullish divergence on the daily. We got RSI divergence potentially. Bullish divergence. Andy, will you short 29,300, says Apple Pie. There's something curious about this, because for me, getting above the 28,300 will be a sign of strength, right? If Bitcoin by the end of today, for example, you know, and this turns into a daily wick, gets above the 28,300, we're only $300 away, it would be a sign of strength. It would be a sign of this has been a fake out from the support of this wedgie scenario. And we could see, you know, a rally in the coming weeks, especially if DXY tops out. On the other side, yeah, it's definitely a level of resistance, the 28,800, you know, so we could be looking for that zone as, you know, possible resistance zone. You know, something that we do talk about is a volume strategy with the legends, of course. It is one of the strategies. However, when there's high volume at the ultimate low of a potential trend, we've been dropping now for weeks, guys. So will we create another dead cat bounce and then come back down, as we have been doing for the last few weeks? It's all about managing your risk very well. But no doubt that this high volume node could provide that major resistance right over here and get the drop. You just need to manage your risk. I don't think, stop loss, an acceptable stop loss would be above the last lower high, right? But that is just a classic stop loss hunt for the market makers, right? Bang, and then move down potentially. So we're just gonna have to check the consolidation, check the reaction, and try and get in at the highest level possible with good risk, because getting into the dead cat bounce, we know where the target is, right? The target is the lows. So we're just gonna have to manage our risk very well to find that, good risk to reward short setup, right? Where we're just gonna have to see the price action hitting this level, try and get in at the highest level possible, and aim for the lows, right? But no doubt that 28.3k is resistance. Hey Andy, what do you think about XRP? XRP, I think, will enter a rally in the bull run, no doubt. LTC holds strong. Andy, is the sell volume from market makers? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's tens of millions of dollars, in shorts at this level. But what they do a lot of the times is they create the high volume exactly at the end of a trend, right? At the end of a major trend is usually where you have the highest volume node. Usually it's at the very end. You got high volume right there. It's at the bottom here, right? So you reverse from those points. You reverse from those high volume spikes. So if we do fast forward, we have been trading to the downside now for several weeks. Does this mean that this is massive, continuation to the downside? Like I proved you with the highest volume nodes here from the highs and the lows, this could easily be the low, just because there's the highest volume wrecking all of those long positions. And now it is time to get people extremely bearish, people calling for 27k and below, and then market starts recovering from here. Take it with a pinch of salt, guys. Take it with a pinch of salt. But high volume spikes usually happen at the end of a trend. We can go with this one right over here. Let's zoom in and take a look at this downtrend, right? All right, no, I was mistaken here, okay? My bad. But we got another high volume node right there, which was the bottom, right? I mean, especially if you have been trading down for several weeks, it's like, yeah. High volume spikes happen at the end, guys. They happen at the end. Look at this one right over here. Trending up here for several weeks. Bang, 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 bang. Where do you get the highest volume spike? At the end of the trend here. We start correcting. So, same theory for here, guys. High volume spike at, when we have been trading down for several weeks. Yeah. Am I going to be bearish at the bottom? I don't think so. It's not going to happen. Definitely, looking for longs here. I don't have higher time frame perspective as in we're going down to 25k. This is it, right? Usually when we get these fancy thumbnails and fancy titles, Bitcoin Meltdown, that is a possible bottom signal, right? Just to be clear. Just went long on Shiba Inu. What's Shiba doing? Yeah, there's no doubt these are great buying opportunities, guys, when we have these kind of collapses. Whoa. Just went long on Shiba. No doubt we do have some really nice base here of support on Shiba Inu. I like it. We created a really nice ascending triangle right over here. Looks pretty good. We're basically, finding support right now. At high low support, right? Just doing the basic technical analysis. Could get a bounce. We got nice consolidation here on Shiba Inu, leaving us, a high volume node, very likely. Currently below that level, but nevertheless, it is, a large consolidation level. Could act as support. Don't be fearful. Time to go shopping. Altcoin shopping. Andy, what do you think about Pulse Chain? I don't like it. I don't like Richard Hart. He's a smart guy. I've seen a few podcasts from him. He's smart, but I just don't like the way how he dresses up. But anyway, you know, I'm not here to hate on him, of course. But, you know, yeah, I don't kind of trust him, right? Nobody's ever trusted him. You know, and you know, he's always going on these buying all these fancy, weird clothes. I would never buy them. I don't know. Something about it, you know, I'd never trusted Hex, even though it did 1000x. Pulse chain, not too sure about it. It's something fishy of that project, no doubt. Hey, what's this? Jay, banning real charters from your Discord because you don't agree with their TA and forecast? Weak Andy. Hey, absolutely not, Jay. You know, let me know. Please DM me on the, you know, never do that. We got the Discord to share everybody's analysis, okay? That is not true. DM me and share me, you know, what you've been posting. The Discord that we have is not only for my analysis and Sam's. We provide, you know, information here. Sam also, we got BTC and Altcoin TA for everybody to share as well. So let me know if that happened. Maybe it's been one of my moderators. I will let them know. DXY is rising again. Well, that is not good news, is it? DXY rising again. Ooh, yeah, it's not looking great. It needs to find some, you know, it's all right to rise a little bit, but we need to find some kind of, you know, when we do take a look at Elliott wave theory, I do see this clearly as a one impulsive move up, corrective move, this another impulsive move, this a corrective move right there, and this is another impulse. I think it needs to top out at some point. It needs to top out at some point. Impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. You know, can it, the fifth wave, be extremely large? I mean, it can, but should top out at some point very soon here in the coming days. Are you ready for another fall? Andy BTC getting rejected at 28k. It doesn't like that number. Yeah, looks like, you know, we're getting a bit of resistance here on this dead cat bounce. Bit of resistance on the dead cat bounce. Looks like it could get a drop here. When you get this consolidation, I mean, this could be a volume strategy on the lower time frames. Yes, it could happen. You could, yeah, basically what is happening here is you're hitting a resistance zone. You're just going to have to manage risk. Are you ready for another drop? Yeah, no doubt it can happen. High volume node with this big boy. Consolidation, breakdown with this big boy. We're coming back up. We already got one resistance. We already got rejected once. So could happen. Could happen. You know. Could happen. Or it couldn't. We already got one little pullback from that zone, which is this high volume candle. Got the rejection. Will the rejection continue? I'll tell you what, if it fails to break up on the next attempt, then I would say, hey guys, this is it. We're failing to move up. We could jump into a short with very good risk, right? This is the best scalping kind of strategy that I could come up with this area, right? We no doubt that this is a dead cat bounce. The volume is very low. You know, if you're not in a short here, you could probably wait for that failed move to the upside, creating an ABC structure. And as you fail to move above this level, you know the deal, right? You know the deal. Bang, get rejection, stop above the high. You're aiming for the lows. Could be looking for something like this. Only if we reject. We don't reject, we continue up. No shorts taken. Guys, thank you very much for destroying the like button. Thank you very much for this incredible show. It's been a pleasure. Like I said, DXY at critical resistance. Bitcoin could find a bottom formation very soon. You know, I know we are waiting for 27k, but it doesn't mean that we are going to hit it. We just know it's a good support level. So what if we do get acceptance back above the lower high support trend line in, you know, the next coming hours? It will be a sign of strength, guys. It will be a sign of strength, and we could be facing, you know, a runner here. Remember, Bitcoin bounces when most of the people are bearish, and Bitcoin rejects when most of the people are bullish. It's the history of every bubble, right? So yeah, stay cautious, guys. A lot of people bearish, calling for much lower levels. This could be the reversal point. Thank you very much, guys, for smashing the like button. I'm going to wrap it up. Let's see if we can do another amazing live stream. Subscribe to the channel if you want more updates on Bitcoin and these kind of live streams talking about technical analysis and setups, talking about altcoins. If you want to trade the market, you got the best cryptocurrency exchange, which is Bybit. You have $30,000 worth of bonus with a link in the description. If you want to join the Legends trading community, where we do talk about charts every single day, mainly on Bitcoin, but also on altcoins, you got the link also down below, guys, where we do post daily analysis on Bitcoin and possible setups with good risk management. Thank you, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the stream. We did talk about a bit of the scenario. Still bullish, guys. Still think also that a new yearly high is going to happen. If we do take a look at the poll, is Bitcoin going to create a new yearly high? Most of the people, 61% of the people said yes out of 537 votes. So we got a bit more people that are saying yes, it is still very possible. New yearly high. 39% no. Got a lot of people bearish as well. Thanks, everyone. Yorkshire, Yosef, Boris. Thanks. Smash the like button, everyone. Thank you for the support, guys. I'll see you in the next one.